Hello and welcome to this edition of Take the Fair Out the Gear with me, Mr. Chumley Warner.
And me, Mr. Jason Bangers.
It's time for the RD6. Behringer have done it again, haven't they? Those naughty...
You always say that, Behringer had done it again.
Well,
just like Arnie, I'll be back.
Well, it's true, and we're glad they are, to be honest. Those naughty little engineers at Behringer have thought, what should we do next? We've just done the TD3, so what goes with the TD3? It's got to be the RD6.
Which is a replica of...
the TR606. So we'll give you just a little bit of history again, like last time. It came out at the same time as the TB303. In 1981 to 1984 it was produced. And again, like the TB303, it was a flop, which is a real shame.
Poor old Roland.
Poor old Roland, you know, they hit big with the 808 and the 909, but the 606, not so much. And then obviously, like the 303, in the acid house music generation, people were using these. There was bands like Sister of Mercy, OMD, 9 Inch Nails. They got like a cult following, and they've gone from something like, at their low point you could get one for $50, and now you're talking $500 to $600 for a TR606. So after that little history on the TR606, Behringer have cloned it, copied it, called it the RD6. They've added some obviously new features. You've got a built-in distortion circuit. You've got all your CV outputs, USB MIDI, normal MIDI. Everything's in there. It's an awesome piece of kit.
In fact, it looks identical to the TD3.
I have a sneaking feeling they put it in the same box.
Yeah, it looks identical because you've got your distortion switch here in the same place, and it looks just identical. So, without further ado, I think we should hear the damn thing, shouldn't we?
Yeah, press the button.
Okay, so I have no idea what's coming, but here it comes. The waffly versatile. That's a very versatile piece of kit.
Yeah, so you can see there you've got 16 steps of drum programming, or you've got your 12 steps. You've got all your different scales there, so you can get those like triplet kind of effects.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
It's all in there. If you actually want to see the rhythms, just plug in the synth tool, and you can go on the Behringer synth tool. You can have it up on your computer, and you can see the actual patterns.
We didn't hit the distortion switch. You can really peanut crunch that to pieces, can't you?
Yeah, that's the kind of acid rave kind of genre,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
And it sounds, actually, to me, like an 808.
Yeah, well, it's all analog. It's very similar.
Are these analog? Is this reproduction
Yeah,
by
it's
Behringer?
analog all the way.
Okay, Behringer, as I stare right down the camera lens, my beautiful lens that is looking at us ugly people right now, I say this to you. How do you do it? How do you do it? How much are these, Si?
I think I paid about £140.
How do you do it, Behringer? Now my mate come round here the other day and he said, what's that down there? And I said, oh, that's one of them what ELO used, the vocoder. He said, but they never used the Behringer. I said, well, you didn't let me finish. Yeah, this is a reproduction of the one that the ELO used. And I told him all about what Behringer have done. And he said, when you think of Behringer, you think of those cheap mixing desks and their little effects units and stuff like that. So you don't think of gear like this. Behringer really come on, haven't they? Really come on.
Yeah.
So we couldn't believe it, could we, when we heard about this new venture they were entering into, the super group.
Yeah. No, they brought all the big companies together like Clark Technic.
Turbo Sound, TLC.
Yeah, Turbo Sound. They've all come together, and that's given them all the technology to put all this good gear together.
It's TLC, isn't it?
No. TC Electronics.
TC Electronics.
TC Electronics.
Who are mega expensive. You know, if you bought one of their finalisers or a fireworks, they were loads of money, weren't they?
They were a lot of money, yeah.
So this is a very capable drum machine. You got your usual step functions on it. We don't need to go through it all for you, but I see there is separate mixers on here.
Yeah, you got all your knobs for your bass drum, snare drum, high low tom, and then your cymbal and clap, and then your hi hats. So you can do all the different levels there.
So here is a program. It's so simple.
Right, we're in right mode here. I'll put the bass drum on. So what we do? Well, we got 1 and 9. Put that to snare. Put your snare in. I'll go over to the. We'll do the close over to the closed hi hats. You've got this switch here, it goes from clap to cymbal. Cymbal. Tom.
Sort of sounds like wake up, let's make love tonight.
Yeah.
They probably would have used this sort of stuff, wouldn't they?
Well, that's as easy as that, and then obviously once you've done your pattern, put it back to play mode, and you're safe.
So how do you save it?
It's saved.
To which bank?
Well, we started on
16.
16, and there's 2 banks of 16.
Oh, wow.
So we're in number 2. So obviously just choose your bank before you start. If you wanted to do, let's have a look, bank 1, number 1, you could do that.
Can you write songs on it where I'll go to play a bank and then move to the next one and so on?
Yeah,
Does it do that?
Yeah, you can do song mode. They call it track, but it's song mode. Yeah.
Do you know what, Tubes, for me, that ain't how I use these things. I record it. So what I will do is I will set each bit I want, and then I'll go on to Reason or whatever, and I'll record it. And then when I know it comes to the middle 8, or I hit the button that goes to the middle 8 bit, and then I'll go back. You know, I'll do it that way. I'll carve it in stone on a recording rather than program it as a song. I know you should record it as a song, but for me, it's much easier just to do it that way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's probably the way I do it, because you just grab in like the clips and chucking them in.
So we don't know what Behringer are going to bring out next, do you? I mean,
I do.
You do?
Pick me.
Go on.
Pick me.
I'll pick you, Si.
Thank you.
Behringer, what are they bringing out next?
RD9.
RD9, which is obviously a copy of R2D2.
Yeah, that's the one.
What is it? An RD9 is a what?
909.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, please, sir. Have one of those.
I hope we're all getting excited about that. Who wants a 909? Yes, please.
Me. We are still raving on about Behringer. Wow, what they have done. This is incredible. $140. I think what we will do probably next week, Tubes, is we might marry this up to the TD3 and put them together.
Yeah, because I'm sure a lot of you people have got both units or are thinking of getting both units. You like to know how to sync them up, you know, so they all run together, so you can do like little live performances or record it into your DAW. So we'll show you that as well.
Brilliant. And that will make you whole and complete.
Well, it's made me whole and complete.
I don't know if they come in a variation of colours, Si.
They do, yeah. The original one is silver. That's why I went for the silver.
Yeah, of course so. What's the available colours? Black?
Oh, you have to have a look at this. I think there's... I really don't know.
You don't know. You haven't done your research. This is Stato Man here, and he hasn't researched.
Well, this only came about a day ago, and we've just dived straight in and given it straight to you.
Simon lives, I'd say, 12 miles away from me.
Something like that, yeah.
So he brings these round, right? Said, "Oh, I got them. I said, "Oh, brilliant. Where's the power supplies? I left them at home." You go back and get the power supplies. We're just adding a bit of humour in because, you know, with these times and the way things are, rule of 6, curfew at 10 o'clock. I don't think so, Mr. Government.
No, 1-2.
You're going to keep us in from 10 o'clock. Do what? Do what? I mean, pubs and restaurants are just opened. Oh, I mustn't go on. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, the RD6 in all its beauty, all its power, all its performance, all its fantasticness, all its beautiful plastic buttons and everything, and it works a dream so long as you've got the correct power supply. It will not work if you do not have the correct power supply. How do we know? Because we tried it. Everything worked except for the headphone socket. And it didn't sound very nice. So, without further ado, from this edition of Take the Fear Out the Gear, it is goodbye from me, Jason Bangers.
It's goodbye from me, Mr. Chumley Warner.